Hello and welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we discuss and review all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How have you all been? I know I've been away for a while. Some things, but no need to get into all that. I'm here. We're all here together, and we're here to review the last of my Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaur series pickup. And you see what it is before you. We have got Yutyrannus. And yeah, this is something that I've been waiting for. You can best believe I've been itching to open this up, but didn't do so because I wanted to be able to do it for this review. So I've been sitting on it for, well, over a week now. You see what we got there in the packaging. And you see it reads Tyrannosaur series, 1/18 scale, Beast of the Mesozoic. You see that nice artwork right there of a Yutyrannus that seems to just be either chilling or could possibly, it could be, it's getting humbled by another Yutyrannus because I can't think of, there were no ceratopsians that could pose a threat to it, so it wasn't that. There's no way a Psittacosaurus would be able to do anything to a Yutyrannus, but still interesting artwork. Got the Beast of the Mesozoic logo and Yutyrannus there. And then on the back we have, let's see if I can get it out of this glare, some artwork, or either the illustration of the figure itself, along with a readout, which is as follows: the largest known dinosaur with direct evidence of feathers. Yutyrannus had long, down-like feathers to help stay warm in a colder climate. Yutyrannus also had distinctive snout crests flanking each side of a high central crest, likely used for display. All three known specimens were reportedly found together, suggesting pack hunting behavior, which is crazy. I have to look up what else they hunted, because a pack would not be required to take down Psittacosaurs. So, you got that. But of course, they ate more than just those. So, yeah. Anyway, the stats are as follows. The length is up to 9.1 meters or 30 feet long. So, yes, that's definitely the largest theropod with feathers, because it's got Dakotaraptor and Utahraptor beat if they indeed had feathers themselves. Location, Batu Yings. I'm butchering the names, but it's in China. Time period, early Cretaceous, 125 million years ago. Discovered by Zhu Xing in 2012. The features for this particular action figure: 16 inches long, 22 points of articulation, optional fixed pose standing legs, 3 sets of interchangeable feet, posable wire in and tail segment, detailed base with metal foot pins. And then down below we see the figures that are part of wave 1 of the Tyrannosaur series. We have Guanlong, which we've reviewed, the 1/6 scale Dailong, which I do not have, the 1/35 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I do not have because I have the 1/18 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the 1/18 scale juvenile T-Rex. So there we have. There we go. Back to the front. And now it's time to get our Yuty out of packaging. Before we get to the main event, as always, we go through what comes with our Beast of the Mesozoic action figures, and of course the backdrop. Very similar to what we saw on the cover art. This looks like it's just a, dense forest. And if I were to lift it up some so you could see the bottom of it, that may or may not be snow on the bottom. Remember, Yutyrannus is thought to have existed in colder climates, so that may very well be snow on the ground there. But yeah, got another backdrop. We have the informational card. You know what it is. It's flipped on. It has the same artwork that we saw on the front. This is the rear of the card. It's got the the photo or pic, if you will, of the actual action figure, and it has all of the information on this side. On the flip here in this plastic, we have the instructions for applying the tail. As you guys no doubt know by now, the tails on all of the Beasts of the Mesozoic 1/18 scale figures come unattached, and this shows you how to do so, as well as how to attach the additional feet, which we'll go over momentarily. Out of packaging, the Yutyrannus comes with a pair of static legs, if you will, from the knees down. The only articulation point would be at the knees, and the rest is just stable, and it comes with peg holes at the bottom of the feet. As you see that these with the second set of legs, these are the articulated legs that they bend. I'll put one down so we can demonstrate. Have articulation right there at that, I guess you can call it the ankle or secondary joint, and of course, as you can see from the peg there, at the knee. But the static legs also bend at the knee. You also have articulation right there. You can go up, down, and swivel the feet as such. And then setting it down, speaking of feet, since we're right here with it, you get two other pair of feet. You've got these closed feet, which probably use them for when your Yutyrannus's feet are off the ground. And then, of course, to get there off the ground, you have these stepping off toes, as you can see. So, fully equipped, our theropods come as usual. Yutyrannus also comes with this display base, pretty nice. It's like he's on a rocky ledge there. You've got some nice coloring there. It's mostly a rockish kind of gray, and you've got some browns there at the base edge, and that repeats itself all around. This portion right here is a second piece. You can actually, there's a clip in here. Let's see if I can remove it on camera. It's on pretty tight. I may not want to go. So if not, I'll do this off camera and show you guys momentarily. But then you see the peg to for the feet, either foot. They both have pegs in it. So I finally managed to separate the pieces. You could see the top there. You see where it connects up. Turn it around to it. They kept the paint going, strangely enough, in there, so that's cool. Now, it's not a bad thing. It's just that's, you know, I must be too used to other companies cheapening out. Here's what the other side looks like. Once again, it's nice. You can have it separate and use it for something else if you so desired. And here's the clip that you use to keep them together. So, very nice base. And here we have our Yutyrannus itself. The tail's already been installed. You know how it is with me. I've showed you guys the first couple times, so there's no need to bore you with trying to apply the tail. And the chances are I would have had to have done it off camera anyway. Actually, this went on relatively easy, so I would not have had to have done it off camera, but I didn't want to find that out the hard way. We will take that measurement. The packaging read that it's 16 inches long. Let's see how accurate that is. So from the snout to the end of the tail, we have about 16¼ inches long, but keep in mind the tail is feathered, so it probably ends about a ½ inch or1/4 inch before the very end where the plumage of the feathers draw out. Anyhow, if we were to do our calculations at the 1/18 scale, 16 inches, that means as nice sized as this UD is, it's not a full-grown adult, because it would only come out to about 24 feet long. They were reported to get up to 30. So right now, this is, like I said, this is not a full-grown Yutyrannus, even though it's a nice size for sure. And it's very impressive because if it isn't full grown, then, well, that's a scary thought. You know, there's more. You know, there are scarier. There are dinosaurs that are scary, just like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That critter doesn't own the monopoly on horrific, so to speak. Anyhow, taking a look at our Yutyrannus, we're going to take a closer look, starting with the skull. So taking a look at our Yutyrannus from the skull, the head on down, checking out the color scheme here. Speaking of that, the color scheme for the Yutyrannus is based on the Stellar's sea eagle, and it looks pretty nice. I'm glad that they're using birds of prey, considering these are predators, and they seem to be appropriate. You know, the Guan Long's colors definitely seemed appropriate for that particular action figure, and the Juvie T-Rex just looked like a smaller version of Big Daddy. My T-Rex is the Pop, just like from Prehistoric Planet. That was a male. You know, we've got more than enough mothers and their nestlings and juveniles and subadults and all that. So we'll have the Tyrannosaurus Rex be Big Daddy for his juvie kid. Anyway, looking at this Tyrannosaur, the colors look great. The crest, look at all that. We've got kind of a brownish, an orange brown kind of wash over this yellowish snout, and then you have the crests. You've got some nice coloration there, and then you get dark with it when you get right here. The feathering is cool. The eyes are, get a better look at them. The eyes are kind of like a blue-green. If you look real deep into them, and of course the pupils are black. Looks pretty nice. Look at the crown of the head there. It's a different shade for the feathering there, and there's a wash over that, and then it changes another color to it like a grayish white when you go further down. And here there's a lot of people that are down on this hood collar for the neck on our Yutyrannus. I'm not there yet because I just opened it up, you know, in time for you guys. So I'll know what's happening with it after I play with it for a minute or two and see if I agree with the naysayers or if it, you know, doesn't bother me at all. But I have no opinion at this time because it's, you know, I just opened it up, like I said. Anyhow, going down, you see that brown that starts here continues on the lower half of the neck, and then on the back side of the forearms, and then that creamish white color, the forearms, all feathering, you know, not scales. And then you have with the claws for the forearms, you've got the feathering there, and on the inside you see on the opposite hand, if you will, painted yellow, the claws sharp, black, curved, looking pretty good there. And you know, as an earlier Tyrannosaur, the arms were decently long, as you can tell, as you can see right there. Getting back to the coloration, moving her down, you can see what we got going on here. It's got a wash. It still has that that off-white color base, but there's a light, very light brownish, a tan almost, wash over it to bring out the feathering, the details. Then of course you still have that dark brown, and then it turns back to that off-white or cream color, and the same one, you have spots there. It's how it goes. Then we get to the rear. As you can see, it stands very nicely on those static legs. You've got the same thing going on. The difference this time, though, is the dark brown is at the forefront of the hind limbs, and the rear has got that off-white coloration. Then, of course, the feet, you see the feathering goes all the way down to the toes, the claws painted nice and black. Underside of the feet, yellow. You see those pegs there. Tail, time to look at the back end. Strangely enough, let me tilt her. I guess I'm deeming the Yutyrannus a female, probably because of the illustration on the front of the box. It looked like it was being submissive. Anyway, it strangely enough turns a kind of a bluish hue to this portion of it. I don't know if that translates well, if you can see the change from here to here, but that's what we got. And then, strangely enough, it seems to have gone back to the original color. So that's what we have there on this tail. You've got the brown, the dark brown continues to go on until it tapers off a little less than halfway to the third section of the tail. You've got the dark browns and that off whitish color underside. It's like a brownish white. You know, white is probably white with a nice little overspray over it, and that goes all the way down to the end. And then you see what we got. See if I can move a leg out the way. What's going on underneath there. And cloaca check. Move the leg again. Is there one? Probably hidden underneath all those feathers. I don't really see it. So it is what it is. Rest assured. Yutyrannus was taking dumps like every other creature. And so that's our Yutyrannus in terms of looking at it from snout to tail. As far as the articulation goes, we've got the mouth. Oh, may as well do the mouth. We never even looked inside the mouth, did we? Well, we know that we have the articulation for the mouth. The tongue is also articulated. If you can get your finger in there to do it, it's kind of hard with me behind the camera, but it is articulated. Take a look at those teeth. We'll move it up a little bit, turn it up so you can see what's going on with those fangs. Got the nice wet look. We don't have holes for the nasal passageway, but I have to go back. I don't know if that's standard with BOTM anyway. I know with models they'll usually have those included. You can see right, you know, the nasal passageway in the upper jaw there. But the teeth painted nice, and the tongue, like I said, that's articulated. I just have to get something small enough to move it. But that's usually the case with all of the tongues with beasts of the Mesozoic. As we stated, we've got articulation for the jaw as far as the head and this collar. Your head can move, as you can see right there. Not up and down, but left and right. As far as with the neck itself, you can move the neck left and right, and in combination you can get your head to turn. Let me move it back so you can get an idea of the range. So you can move the head that way, go this way so you can see what's up. And same for the other side, of course. The collar does give, so I'm still not seeing what the big deal is. You can get up and down movement with that collar, so that's pretty cool. It does, now I can understand where some people are, they have issues because you get this action right there, and that doesn't look good at all. So I do understand that, but it goes right back. So I'm sure enough manipulation you can get it to work. As far as the forelimbs go, you've got the rotation. It can flail out, as you can see right there. Flail out pretty nice. I like that. You've got at the elbow articulation, and they swivel out as well. And then you've got articulation at the claws, at the hands, if you will, the paws. They go in and out. And you could rotate them if you wanted to, but why would you want to? Because this represents a broken hand, because they couldn't pronate. Torso, left, right, up, down, and you can get your twist on as well. Hind limb, it rotates, flares out just slightly. You've got articulation at that knee. Remember, this is the static limbs. So you've got articulation at the knee only, and it does swivel out. You do have that. So that's cool. As far as the tail, this is where the tail connects up. Left, right, up, down. It may want to come out on me. Up, down, pretty cool. Then sections. Got it right there. You got a section right there. And this portion of the tail is bendy wire, as you can see right there. So that is, see if I can get him back to how he needs to be. Turn his head so we can say hi to you guys. That is our Yutyrannus and its articulation. Here we have our Yutyrannus on its base, and I've got on the right leg the articulated leg with the closed foot for the right side there. And yeah, pretty nice base. That peg is pretty long, so you should have no trouble stabilizing your Yutyrannus and keeping, having some nice poses. And now I've swapped off feet and got the raised foot. You see it's like sliding off the back there, but that's what I could do here in a very quick attempt at it. And now, utilizing Robert Muldoon from the Jurassic Park, the Hammond Collection, 1/18 scale figure, you can see what a Yutyrannus would look like in terms of size compared to a human being. Pretty impressive. And so, bringing in the previous two reviews that I've done of the Tyrannosaur series, we have the juvenile T-Rex over there to our right, and just below the Yutyrannus we have the Guanlong. And you can see the diversity within the species in terms of size. Of course, the juvenile Tyrannosaur is just that, a juvenile, not fully grown. So the juvenile T-Rex represents a 15-foot long dino, and Guanlong, I believe, is supposed to be this. If I recall correctly, Guanlong is oversized. It's supposed to be 10 feet. This represents about a 12, 13-foot long animal, but they all look very nice together. And now here's a shot of Yutyrannus up against Big Daddy himself. We've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's crazy because the Yutyrannus is no slouch in the size department itself, but up against the Rex, the king, just no comparison. And so to wrap this all up, the Beast of the Mesozoic, BOTM, Creator Beast Studio, Tyrannosaur Series Yutyrannus, 1/18 scale action figure, closing us out on our wave 1 of Tyrannosaur series, is very, very nice. I'm quite pleased, definitely with the entire line. I'm especially pleased with Yutyrannus. Definitely one of my favorite Tyrannosaurs for sure. And this definitely does not disappoint. It is a nice sizable figure, and it's got all the articulation you could want. The different feet, of course, gives you the ability to be very dynamic with your posing. And yeah, it's just a very nice figure. The coloration is pretty nice. Definitely, yeah, there's nothing else that needs to be said. This was definitely a great first wave. The figures, the dinosaurs within the wave were all nice. The Guanlong, the juvenile Tyrannosaurus, the Yutyrannus, and of course Big Daddy himself, Tyrannosaurus Rex, all very nice. I'm looking forward to wave 2, which has some very nice figures in it, some very nice species in it. We've got Bistievisor in there. We've got Lythronax in there. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely going to look forward to that. And as a going away present to this series of reviews, where would we be with the Tyrannosaur series if we did not include any associated ceratopsians with our Tyrannosaurs? And with Yutyrannus, it'll be no different, just like how we did with Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Triceratops, the Juvie T-Rex, with the subadult but really juvenile Triceratops as well. We are throwing in Psittacosaurus, which was on the menu for Yutyrannus. And this right here, I mean, this is sad. Total disadvantage. At least the Trikes had fighting chances, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. So we're going to let that be our conclusion to this review and to this series of reviews, the Tyrannosaur series, Wave 1 from Beast of the Mesozoic. Looking very nice. Looking very nice. Looking forward to more. Anyhow, that'll do it, guys. Please like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below, and of course hit the bell if you want to be notified for the next time I upload a video. And that's going to be pretty soon, because following the Tyrannosaurs, we have another Carcharodontosaur. That's right, Mapusaurus is in the house, and we will be seeing what's up with that very soon. Anyway, that'll do it for this go round, guys. Thank you and take care.